Chushul Valley in Leh Ladakh is like a painting that has come to life. But hidden across the serene silence of Chushul Valley is the enemy to the east.
As nation celebrates 78 years of the independence, Republic takes you to the frontiers of India. The frontiers who are the backbone to maintain and to ensure the sovereignty of the country. This time we will be with the Indo-Tibetan Border Police in the Chushul sector of the Leh. The sector that is at the height of 14,500 feet, where it is next to impossible even to stand for a couple of minutes. But here, the troops of the ITBP, the Himveers, ensure that they secure the borders of the country. And as we move inside, the ITBP motto say, "Hum sarhad ke sehnani, hum sache Hindustani." And with this motto, we take you to the ITBP's 47 Battalion that is based in the Chushul sector. In the war of 1962, the Chushul sector was the flashpoint between the Indian Army and the Chinese PLA, because the Chinese, 28 days after the war broke out in the month of October, attempted to attack the Chushul. Because of its strategic importance and also the reason of the airfield landing ground being in Chushul, that was giving India a strategic depth and was foiling the attempts of the Chinese PLA. This ground that you see on your screens is the airfield landing ground that was the target of the Chinese PLA on the attack that they carried out on 18th of November 1962, because from here it was the Indian side that was getting the backup, be it the artillery or the supplies, to carry out the war against the Chinese. The Chinese carried out heavy artillery shelling at this very place, but it was the only organized defense battle that the Indian army carried out, because one thing was very clear: since the Chushul is the gateway of India and the gateway of Leh, if the Chushul has fallen, the Chinese would have entered easily, as there are 4 to 5 roads that heads towards the Leh, and the Leh would have fallen to the Chinese side.
Sierra 1 calling Alpha, reply over.
रिप्लाई सर प्लीज करिए।
जनरल एरिया खरगोश में मूवमेंट हुआ है, आप अपना सिक्योरिटी टीम रेडी करिए और मूव के लिए तैयारी है। ओवर।
Inside the operation room of the quick action team, everyone is ready, because every single minute there can be any message from the ground, and this message can be a contingency message that needs to be responded. This is a drill. The message has arrived now from the forward location. The commander has received the call. The commander is getting the briefing about the situation and also the area where the incident has been reported. The teams are now ready. The message has arrived. The message has arrived and the whistle has blown up. The details are being shared with the commanders, but the teams are getting ready. You see the helmets, their weapons, they have everything with them in a fraction of seconds. They are taking their weapons because they are going to the forward LAC locations, and these forward LAC locations are most important and the challenging places.
हेडक्वार्टर एरिया से हमको अभी सूचना मिली है कि हमको जनरल एरिया खरगोश में कुछ हरकत हुई है, तो हमको तुरंत रेडी होकर के मूव करना है। मूव।
After being briefed by the commander, now the ITBP troops that are part of the quick action team are now moving to the forward locations. They are now boarding the vehicles, and in a minute's time, these vehicles will be heading towards the main area. They have taken their positions, and it is the time that they head towards the forward locations. All the vehicles here have started moving to the location of the Khargosh, the location where the inputs have been received, and they will be now deployed on ground to the place where the call was generated.
From mapping the area to rigorous training every day to sustain harsh weather conditions to round-the-clock watch on the border, it takes many a sacrifice to maintain Chushul's scenic serenity.
Right now we are in the south bank of the Pangyong So Lake, and important to mention that this is one of the key strategic areas that are manned by the Indo-Tibetan Border Police. On the other side is the north bank, and these both sides of the Pangyong So, they are critically important for the Indian side, and that's why there has been a massive deployment on ground and a round-the-clock vigil that is maintained by the Himveers of the ITBP. What they do is they actually maintain the each and every movement that takes place on the north bank as well as the south bank, because we have seen that this area has been one of the point of contentions, and since then there has been a key focus on this entire area. This area is strategically very important because it gives India an edge to monitor what the adversary has been doing and is planning, and the ITBP Himveers which have been deployed here, they ensure that any of the plan of the adversary is foiled well within the time, and that's why they carry out the round-the-clock vigil. This vigil is using the high-tech devices that they carry along with them so that they can monitor even a single minute movement. Even this movement can meet along to the national security, means a lot to the national security perspective. As the day progresses, ITBP troops are being prepared for the Herculean task that they are going to carry. This is the long-range patrol that will go on for miles, and for days the troops will be on the ground along the line of actual control. The commander of the LRP is briefing about the route that they have to undergo, and also they will be briefed about the tools that they will be carrying along with them.
हमारा वॉकी-टॉकी सेट जो कम्युनिकेशन के लिए है, हमारा जीपीएस जिसके से कि हम जीआर या जियो रेफरेंस आसानी से निकाल सकते हैं एवं अपना उच्च अधिकारी को इसके अवगत करा सकते हैं। शॉक बटन, अगर किसी एनिमी से हमें मुदाखलात होता है तो उससे हम आसानी से लड़ाई या मतलब उनको थोड़ा घात पहुंचा सकते हैं।
LRP जो है वो कितने दिन की रहती है और लगभग कितने किलोमीटर तक चलती है?
LRP का सर मिनिमम लगभग 7 दिन होता है, मैक्सिमम कितने दिन का भी हो सकता है। इस एरिया में ज़्यादातर जो मूवमेंट हम करते हैं, क्योंकि हाइट ज़्यादा होने के लिए हम 10 किलोमीटर से ज़्यादा नहीं चल पाते हैं, क्योंकि उससे ज़्यादा सांस लेने में दिक्कत होती है और मूवमेंट ज़्यादा नहीं कर पाते हैं।
तो अब क्या ये ट्रूप्स जो हैं वो LRP के लिए तैयार हैं?
सर रेडी है सर।
The journey of the Jawans spans out to the largely alien areas of the Chushul Valley. With this knowledge, the ITBP Jawans leave no scope for surprises.
The long-range patrol of the ITBP has left from the base, and it is now going for a week-long journey. This journey will not only involve the troops getting into the area familiarization, but also some of the strategic assets that they will be developing, including the identification of those locations that can help them in case of any eventuality, and also to keep a strict vigil on what the adversary is doing. These long-range patrols, they are near to 100 kilometers, and it will take a time of a week at least. These long-range patrols help the ITBP not only to get hold of the area, but also to understand that what the adversary is doing and what they can do in case of a scenario where the adversary will try to mount the pressure. These, at this temperature, where you are in the place where it is hard to breathe, they will walk daily for roughly 20 kilometers. These 20 kilometers are not the 20 kilometers that we usually walk, because it's only been 10 to 15 meters only, and it is still breathlessness that you feel on the ground.
The mobile surveillance team acts as the eyes of the ITBP. This is how they keep an eye on activities of the graziers.
It's the best of the friends and the worst of the enemies that knows the ITBP well. This time it is for the friends. Yes, the grazers along the line of actual control are the friends of the ITBP because they are the additional eyes of the force on ground. And for the grazers, they carry out a special drill. These are the mobile surveillance teams of the ITBP that carry out regular drills along the line of actual control so that they can facilitate the grazing along the LAC. These troops, this is a specialized team of the mobile surveillance team which is called as the MST team. Joined by me is the ITBP official Sushil Kumar who heads this MST. सर मुझे बताइए MST का मेन पर्पस क्या रहता है?
सर MST का मेन पर्पस होता है जो ग्रेजियर एक्टिविटी है उनको नोट करना तथा जो सेंसिटिव इलाके हैं वहाँ पे जाकर अपनी टीम को डिप्लॉय करना। अगर हमारे को कोई ऐसी एक्टिविटी दिखाई देती है जो हमें लगे कि भाई ये लग रहा है कि भाई जैसे हमारे ग्रेजियर्स का कोई कैटल है जो सीमा पार जाने को जा रहा है तो उसको वहाँ पे रोकना है और उनको समझाना है तथा LAC के ऊपर अगर दुश्मन का कोई ऐसा लग रहा है एक्टिविटी दिखाई दे रही है उसके बारे में अपने जो बड़े अधिकारी हैं उसके बारे में उनको सूचना देना।
So the real time update is what they give. Now they also carry with them some of the high-tech gadgets that will help them to coordinate with the headquarters and also to keep a tab on what is happening on ground.
The implementation is possible only with the complete knowledge and mapping of the terrain.
As the day progresses, now the ITBP troops are in their classrooms. These classrooms are as important as the drills that they usually carry out, be it the weapon handling drills or the war tactics that they usually undergo on the line of actual control. Because when it comes to the LAC, it's really very important to have the grip on the map reading because it helps the troops on ground carrying the long range patrols. रविकांत जी मुझे ये बताइए क्या क्या सिखलाई जो है वो इन्हें दी जा रही है ट्रूप्स को और ये कितनी ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है?
सर इनको इनके व्यस्तम कार्यक्रम के अलावा इनको बीच बीच में क्लासें ली जाती हैं रेगुलर तौर पे जिनमें इनको मैप रीडिंग की सिखलाई दी जाती है, GPS की सिखलाई दी जाती है, वेपन हैंडलिंग की सिखलाई दी जाती है और अन्य टेक्निकल क्लासेस की सिखलाई दी जाती है जो कि इनके जो रूटीन वर्क में काफ़ी ज़रूरी होती हैं।
If you look at this board, you will get an idea that from the grid to resection to the intersection, everything is being taught to these ITBP troops, the Himveers that are guarding the India's border. Joined by me in this special edition of the broadcast is the Deputy Commandant Rajendra Rajput from the 47th Battalion of the ITBP that has been deployed here to tackle any kind of contingency. Mr. Rajput, sir, how do you see the Chushul, its history and the challenges here?
Okay. As far as the concern of Chushul history, this post was established 1st October 1954. 1st October 1954. After Chinese aggression 1962, ITBP was inducted in Eastern Ladakh in 1966. That time 1st Battalion took over the charge of this post and subsequently thereafter several battalions of ITBP taken over charge of this post. In 2015, 47 Battalion ITBP took charge of this post and since then ITBP 47 ITBP is guarding the border.
The history of the ITBP is Shaurya, Drita, Karmanishtha. Joined by me is Assistant Commandant of the 47th Battalion, Anuj Mishra, who will be throwing some light on the history of this elite force that date back to 6 decades. Mr. Mishra, ITBP has been on the forefront to the challenges. Take us to the history of the force, that how it was raised and with what motto it was raised.
Exactly, talking on the historical perspective of ITBP. ITBP was raised on 24 October 1962 after the aftermath of Chinese aggression. During its inception, it was raised with 4th Battalion with the only task that was to train civilians and our force for guerrilla operations and cross-border operations. And we were very much successful in that too. With the change in geopolitical scenario, our task change, our battalions, number of battalions change from 4th in 1962 to 62 in 2024. We have performed tasks and increased our number in leaps and bounds. Be it any task, be it any challenge, we are performing duties in it. Be it Naxal operations, in foreign missions, disaster management, any operation you name, we are there and we are doing it. And we are doing it very much successfully.
Personal upkeep and healthcare is imperative for the Jawans to discharge their duty to the nation.
The day at 14,500 feet altitude has begun here in the Chushul sector of the Leh, with the Himwis starting their day with the yogasans. This is the part of the regular drill that they follow to keep themselves strengthened and also active at a height where the challenges are not only from the adversary but also from the nature. The place where you will hardly get the oxygen to breathe. These brave hearts have begun their day. It's a bright day that has begun and the yoga instructor has already starting teaching them the yogasans. At these borders where they cannot use the weapons, here their strength is what counts for them. And that's why the mornings of the Leh, the Chushul sector, starts with the yogasans.
पूरे वीक के अंदर जो है 2 से 3 हफ्ते में 2 से 3 दिन जो है हमारा योगा का सेशन रहता है सर, और बाकी टाइम में पीटी का सेशन रहता है सर, जिसमें हल्का वॉक वगैरह और ये सब होता है। और बाकी टाइम में मैक्सिमम कोशिश करते हैं योगा के द्वारा जो है इनको वो बिल्डअप करने के लिए, इनमें जो स्ट्रेंथनिंग पावर है वो लाने के लिए। तो उसके अंदर हम मैक्सिमम जो है खड़े होकर के, बैठ करके, लेट करके जो आसन है, ताकि इनकी बॉडी की स्ट्रेंथनिंग अच्छी हो सके सर।
After the yoga drills, the day has begun and now the ITBP troops are on to the real business, that is to defend the borders. And for the same, they go to rigorous training that they undergo every single day without a miss. Because this time, it is the PLA on the other side. Krav Maga is the Israeli combat system that they have developed. How they go ahead, this we will show you. 3 techniques that they undergo. In the first is this, that now they are asking the adversary not to cross the line of actual control. Since the weapons are not allowed, they have to show that if the adversary is having the weapon, how they will tackle it, how they will ensure that the adversary is retreated back to their land. This was the first scenario. The second scenario that now they will have is that both the Indian side, the ITBP, as well as the adversary, the PLA, they will also have with them the cold weapons. The cold weapons are usually these kind of weapons that they have. Now, since they are pushing the adversary back, the adversary has come out with the weapons. How they will ensure that the adversary is pushed back. And the third scenario is that only a single ITBP troop is deployed on the LAC and he is attacked by a group of the PLA from the other side. So this dogfight situation arises many a times when at the line of actual control. So how they will go with this hand combat using the Krav Maga technique, that is one of the most important drills that the ITBP troops undergo.
ITBP soldiers in Chushul are equipped with state-of-the-art arms and ammunition against an aggressive enemy, the People's Liberation Army.
A wise king never seeks out war, but should always be prepared for it, said Odin Allfather. And same is the case with the Indo-Tibetan Border Police deployed at the line of actual control with the Chinese side. We'll try to speak to these ITBP bravehearts about the arsenal they use here. साहब, किस तरह की तैयारी जो है आप लोगों की रहती है? वेपन के बारे में पहले बता दीजिए।
सर, हमारा वेपन, हम लास्ट LOC पे रहते हैं, इसलिए हमें वेपन सर अपना ये तैयार रखने पड़ते हैं सारे। ये हमारा यूनिट का सबसे ताकतवर वेपन है ये हाई ट्रेजेक्टरी वेपन होता है सर हमारा ये। इसका हम इस्तेमाल जब करते हैं जब सर दुश्मन हमें दिखाई ना दे या डेप्थ में कहीं छुपा रहता है, तो उसे हम खत्म करने के लिए, उस एनिमी को खत्म करने के लिए इसका हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं।
So this is one of those weapons, the deadly weapons that can totally decimate the enemy. Also is the MMG. This is one of the high-powered guns that the ITBP uses on the LAC because it can decimate the entire enemy's unit. I am joined by the local commanders here who handle this all. साहब मुझे ये बताइए क्या जो है इम्पोर्टेंस है इस वेपन की MMG?
सर इस इम्पोर्टेंट ये है कि इस हथियार का रेंज काफ़ी लंबा है। ये हथियार 1800 मीटर तक किसी भी दुश्मन को अपने इलाके में आने से रोक सकता है। वहाँ पे उसको बिल्कुल 1800 मीटर पे दुश्मन को मार गिराएगा।
This weapon is also one of the most of those weapons that can decimate the enemy within minutes because it can be handheld also and it can decimate the enemy's companies as well as the vehicles and the locations. The line of actual control is a few kilometers from here. Since this is an open area which is very unlikely in this area of the Leh, this gives a threat also to the Indian side that the Chinese might use this open area to use it for their deployment of the tanks and other things so that they can get a strategic depth. But here the troops of the ITBP make it very sure that everything gets counted on, and if something goes off the track, it is reported and acted upon timely. This also has the Chushul-Moldo meeting point where the meeting of the Indian side along with the Chinese are taking place since the clashes in Galwan took place in 2020. There have been many rounds of meetings, many of them they have been successful as there have been disengagements that have taken place. Many of them have been not so fruitful, but yes, one thing is very clear that the manning of the borders remains intact. There has not been even a single minute letting the guard down by the ITBP troops that have been deployed here in the Chushul sector. What they do is they keep the track of what is happening, be it the vehicular movement or the movement of the troops on the LAC, because any movement can prove detrimental, and what has happened in 2020 has made it amply clear that the adversary PLA of the Chinese side can never be trusted, and when the enemy cannot be trusted, the alertness needs to be at their level highest, and that is what the troops of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police are doing.
Not only do our heroes secure our borders, but make they register their life-saving presence by offering medical and livelihood services to the locals of Leh Ladakh.
Deserted mountains of the Ladakh, the Indo-Tibetan Border Police that has been deployed along the line of actual control with the China not only borders and secures it, but also ensures that the civilians living in the area, they are also helped by the ITBP. ITBP is a complete administration here, and especially when it comes to the health facilities. On the regular basis, the ITBP organizes the regular medical and health camps for the civilians of the areas, those who come in large numbers. On monthly basis, at least 2 camps are organized along the line of actual control in the area that falls under the 47th Battalion.
हम यहाँ पर मेडिकल कैंप्स लगाते हैं और मतलब जहाँ पर हमारा अपना कैंप है वहाँ पर भी यहाँ सिविलियंस अगर आते हैं तो हम उनका इलाज करते हैं। हमारी बटालियन को 2 वाइब्रेंट विलेजेज असाइंड हैं, एक ये चुशूल है, दूसरा साचूकुल है। हम महीने में एक कैंप दोनों जगह लगाते हैं और इस तरह से जो है साल में 24 कैंप हो जाते हैं।
यहाँ पे हमारे सर और घुटनों में दर्द थी, जिसे डॉक्टर साहब ITBP की तरफ से कैंप लगा करके यहाँ पे बैठे हुए हैं, उसमें हम आकर के चेकअप कराए और दवाइयाँ ली।
हम 2 साल से दिख रहे हैं कि महीने में 2 बार जो है ना हमको दवाई यहाँ से मिल जाता है।
The Jawans of the Indo-Tibetan Border Forces have won Chushul from the land through to its heart, ensuring that the sacrifices of 1962 were not in vain.
It was the morning of 18th November 1962 and Chushul woke up to the fire of the Chinese PLA. The leading from the Indian side was the 1st Battalion of 8th Gorkha Rifles. The Gorkha team was led by two of its brave hearts, Subedar Min Bahadur Gurunj and Amarjang Gurunj. They both took no time to launch a full-fledged attack on the Chinese PLA. They were not aware that when and from where the Chinese PLA will be coming. But what they did, that the heights of the Rizangla, Gurung and the nearby heights, they all went on in a spree against the Chinese side. And the China that was not expecting even a retaliation from the Indian side, they were taken aback as the Gurkhas of the 8th Battalion, they launched a full-fledged attack on the Chinese PLA.
With this spirit of vigil and valor, India steps into the 78th year of independence.
भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय।